Hello guys, JP Mitchell here, back today from review. This is going to be talking about my journey with autism to recovery and how I struggled with this terrible disease to go from a little boy who didn't have any language or any eye contact to a person who has full eye contact, full language, and who makes friends and all that. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. So my story officially begins in 2003, 2004 when we got the early intensive ABA applied behavior analysis going at Queen Alexandra, which is the Center for Children's Hospital. We participated in this program called the annscomub project, which is where they walk us through they walked us through as a family and trying to figure out what was going on with me, why I was hitting my dad, why I bit him all the time. And they said that, well, you have a perfectly normal autistic child. No, basically what that means is that my character, I was exhibiting signs of normal behavior. That's what they told us. Your son is hitting all the developmental milestones. He has the early diagnosis to prove that he's autistic. And now what you need to do is you need to um, go to Sunny Hill. That's what our pediatrician recommended that we do, because the Queen Alexandra Children's Hospital was a tremendous resource for us. So that was good for us. And then we went to Sunny Hill in 2009 when I was approximately 11 years old, and I was undeveloped, which is not good. And whenever I would look at someone, I would look right through them. I wouldn't look at them, I would look right through them. And I was trapped in my childhood. I was trapped in the autistic prison. I had no language. I had no eye contact. All my skills went away. All my looking at people went away. All my saying, mommy and daddy, that went away. That completely went away. But one of the most memorable moments for me was when Mitch and I were in Souk one day and we were at Shoppers and we were at the bank. So we got kicked out of Shoppers because of my behavior. Because all the customers, they looked at Mitch as a bad father, and they said that he couldn't control me. Get your kid out of here. We don't want him in here anymore. That's where discrimination comes into play that day. That day it happened. And then at the bank, when I got lost, this lady came up to me, one of the receptionist ladies, one of the checkout ladies, if you know what I'm talking about here. She came up to me and then she asked me what was wrong, and I cried and talked for the first time. And you know what the first word I said was? I can't find my dad. And as soon as I heard myself say that, I was like, wow, man, that was insane. That was remarkable. And then in the restaurant, I went around. Um, I went around, talking to people, saying, what are you having for dinner? And it was a tremendous transformation within my character. But my journey to autism had only just begun. So after we were at Sunny Hill, we got me tested. Then we went to Sokla. We got the development gap filled up. We got the age gap filled up. We got the language gap filled up. Now the development gap is where you get potty trained, you talk, you communicate with the other members of Sokla, which I did. And then after junior middle school was done, I didn't need the therapist anymore. But I did get some extra therapy before I went into EMCS. And EMCS is where you see, probably I want to say, the biggest changes in my life. You see me interacting with the other kids/teenagers and all that good stuff. You see me for the first time having a normal conversation with this younger kid who was in grade 9. Him and I were talking about, who's your favorite GTA 5 character and all that. And after we were done the conversation, him and I did a knuckle pound, which was awesome. Then I had another conversation with Alexis, who was a cheerleader at my high school. Really beautiful, nice, kind, young teenage girl. Then I had another conversation with another girl. That was all good. And at the age of 17, so we go for grade 9, grade 10, and grade 11. So in grade 11, I was out of the age program because I didn't need it anymore and I was capable of doing classes on my own. And I no longer met the criteria for the diagnosis anymore when I hit age 17. And all I had to do was clean up my details and my symptoms, and then I was asymptomatic uh, asymptom free at age 20, so that was good. And then my autism was gone after my diagnosis was gone. My symptoms died when my diagnosis died. So that was good. And then to top it all off, to make it even more awesomer, I finished off EMCS with 150 grad students who were all awesomely talented, who were all great, who were all amazingly cool. And then I went on to prom, and then to finish off my high school career, I was a fully recovered man from autism. And no one in that audience, none of those parents, not even Mitch or anyone else, could even tell that I was autistic. No one can clarify that I ever had the traits of autism or the signs of autism. I was just a completely, normal person again. Just like, well, not like everybody else, but I was normal to myself. It was better to be normal to myself than to everybody else. So, yeah, so then I finished up high school, and then I went on to research autism to find out exactly what this thing I had. And then once I researched autism and once I saw all these stories of how these children emerged from autism the same way I did, it was truly amazing. So that's my story for all you parents out there who have children with autism. I hope you liked it, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you take these suggestions, go to the Queen Alexandra Children's Center for Children's Hospital. That's one good resource for you. And is it worth it to take your child who is autistic across the ferry boat to Vancouver to Sunny Hill just to get your child a chance to recovery from autism? Of course it is. So the Queen Alexandra is a good resource for you parents out there. Contact them, uh, contact the Ministry of Children and Family Development if you can, because that's another tremendous resource for you guys. And then, go over to Sunny Hill, get your child tested, put them onto either the moderately autistic scale or the mild autistic scale or the severely autistic scale. But my suggestion is the moderately autistic scale, because that's the one I was put onto. But anyway, guys, let's do this. Let's get the ball rolling on this video, shall we? Let's do it.